Friends, comrades and mothers, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 140th Durham Big Meeting, Miners' Gala. It's a day of celebration, remembrance, and above all, a day of solidarity, working class solidarity. It really is a living testament to the strength of working people standing together, side by side, generation after generation. So let this gala be what it's always been, a gathering of hope, of resilience and sheer determination. The past we inherit, the future we build.
Right, this is the greatest day of the year. It's Christmas, it's birthdays, it's everything rolled into one. You can't describe it. It's a spectacle, it's an experience, and it's got joy with it. It's got hope. It's about the past, but it's about the future. It's about everything we fight for. And the best people in the world are here. People who believe we can change things and have a better life for everybody. So you've got to be here, haven't you? And it's just a pity it's only once a year.
The gala is more relevant now than ever. A celebration of working class values, of mutual respect, of trade union and labour values, solidarity. Those words sum up the gala. That's what it's about. It's about peace. It's about harmony. It's about spreading hope, not hate. That's what the gala means.
My comrades have been recommending to me every year that I come and see the Miners' Gala. But now I see what they mean, because I've come here and it's not just a festival, it's not just a one-off event. The whole of British society was like this. I remember those days when the trade unions were the most powerful force in society. It represents the best of the traditions of the past, but also it's still a kind of pointer to the future, what could be possible.
For me, this is the best day of the year, and I've been coming here for years and years. But the pride of walking into Durham behind your banner and seeing all the other banners, it's a brilliant day for catching up with people that you might not see from year to year. Absolutely brilliant. Biggest trade union movement in Europe, and long may it continue.
Well, Red Hills is the home of the Durham Miners Association, the organisers of the gala, and the gala is still organised from this building today. This matters to people. It's their culture, it's their identity, it's their heritage, and it's not something that they're holding on to from the past. It's something that matters to them now and for their future. You can see every year at the gala, even the young people playing in the brass bands, the kids coming to enjoy themselves. It's generations of children have been brought up coming to the gala and feeling part of the whole community, and it's for everyone, the gala.
So yes, I'm from a mining family. Both my granddads were miners, both my grandmas were cleaners, and basically came up through the Women Against Pit Closures movement as much as I did through the actual mining heritage itself.
I'm from the mining community. I was actually born in 1984. My dad was a striking miner. I literally grew up surrounded by stories of tangible acts of solidarity.
So for me, the big meet and the Miners' Gala is very much about kind of remembering all of me family members.
People who worked at the dairy giving us milk, people who weren't on strike helping my mum and dad get shoes so that my brother could go to school.
Generations have come together to remind ourselves of who we are, where we're from, and what we stand for.
Remembering my granddads on both sides, my grandmas on both sides, and coming in with my family, who are just really deeply proud to be able to continue, marching in, carrying the banner on behalf of their parents as well.
Coal was a family affair. Coal still is a family affair. That's why the systemic destruction of the industry by the Tories wasn't just about jobs. It It's about communities. It's about families. It's about shops, pubs and the high streets.
It's really, really heartwarming when you see young lads and lasses coming through the town with the banners, you know, the dads, the granddads, might be with them or might not be around anymore, but their spirit's there. We're not having it. We can change things. We can make a better place. It's about hope. It's about dignity. It's about really just saying we're important people and we want to keep this going. And if people want to help us keep it going, I can only say one thing. We can't keep this going without funds, and if you want to help us, join the Mariners.
It's about solidarity, it's about comradeship, it's about trust. And the Durham Miners Gala is probably one of the most important Labour movement events in the world. I absolutely believe that the Gala should continue for reasons I've just said, really. I mean, it's about heritage, it's about legacy. I was involved in the miners' strike in an organisation called Lesbians Against Miners. We've always stood up against racism, sexism, homophobia.
This year, the Durham Miners Association and the trade union movement made sure that Pride was bigger and better than ever, despite the fact that Reform pulled the funding. That's the spirit of solidarity, that's the power of solidarity, and that's exactly what the big meeting is all about.
On the 30th of May, in the streets of Durham, we witnessed the largest gathering of the LGBT plus community, marching against hate, hostility and ignorance. Marching in unity, hand in hand as one. We declared from this platform last year that Durham Pride would proceed with a huge backing from our movement, and boy did our movement step up.
The Gala is as relevant today as it has always been. It's a message of hope that the world can be better and that we can make a difference, and that's not changed.
More than 30 years after the last pit closed, the Gala is still here.
The Gala is absolutely more relevant than ever because of the lessons that the Durham Miners Association, the lessons that the Durham Miners Gala represents for County Durham and for the wider world.
We live in difficult times, and coming together this weekend highlights that we're not alone and that we're stronger together.
It's a beautiful city, people coming from across the world to see it, and it's been our home all these years. 1869, the Durham Miners Union was formed. There was mining in County Durham years and years, centuries before that.
It helps us to understand that when we come together we can achieve brilliant things. The idea that we should reinvent and renew our traditions for 21st century challenges is absolutely more than appropriate in my eyes.
It's not only the economy that benefits, but this sense of community, the reminder that we are community, the reminder that we're all together, that we share something about the history of the area, about the working class of the area. I think all that spirit goes through the day.
But it is about today and it is about tomorrow. It's about our children and our future in this country.
It's about inspiring people and about saying to people, you know, we went through hell in 1984. We're still here.
Those images that you see on the community banners from the DMA, those messages are as strong and as relevant of when they were first drawn. Those foundations are important.
Words like dignity and, you know, pride, and I think that's inherent in everything we do. It's so important and it's special. We're unique for our history. There's nobody else doing this anywhere in the world, and you know we should grab hold of it and run with it and keep it going.
Trade unions are important, you know, are needed more than ever because working people need a voice and they need the world to be different. And the Gala reminds us that when we come together, we can achieve anything. Another world is possible.
We understand that all workers have a responsibility to keep these things within our active memory, learning from our history, building upon that, and making sure that when workers stand together, their voices collectively are heard in a really, really loud fashion.
You go back to the miners' strike, Thatcher absolutely trying to destroy the mining community. She wanted to destroy the trade union movement.
When British miners were on strike in 1984 and 1985, workers across the world stepped forward.
That's because they're powerful. They're powerful because they bring workers together. That is the most important message, that when workers come together, that is where the power lies. In an era at the moment, a time when the country's so divided, you come to Durham, you just look around. Today doesn't matter. There's unity on the streets, and that's absolutely beautiful.
It's working people like us, who need to take the spirit of the Durham Miners' Gala way beyond this big meeting. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to your neighbours, talk to your colleagues. Don't be afraid to tell them what Reform UK really stand for. Don't be afraid to tell them that they stand for division and not unity. Don't be afraid to tell them that there is hope and change can happen. They took away our jobs, they took away our shops, they took away our youth centres, but we are still standing here fighting strong. The spirit of the Durham Miners' Gala is still alive. It always will be, and it is needed now more than ever.
I actually used to come and meet Dave Temple every year and have a bit crap with him.
Dave was a lifelong socialist who sadly lost his life.
I knew Dave for over 40 years, a stalwart of the trade union and labour movement.
Dave stood for everything that this big meeting represents. Commitment to his community, a belief in fairness, and that quiet strength that keeps movements alive when their headlines all fade.
David Temple was a hero of mine, and I haven't got many.
What the miners' strike taught us was that we could survive in the communities. We could live a different kind of life. The prospects for the working class and for those who are unemployed, those who are sick, is dire. And we have to rebuild our communities in such a manner as we look after those people. The fact that the spirit still continues in our communities is shown by the attendance at the Durham Miners' Gala, or the big meeting as we call it. Over 100,000 people attended the last gala. And they didn't attend it just because it was a trade union event. They didn't attend it just because it was a political event or socialist values. They attended it because it was a community event, and all those values that the Durham mining community developed as a matter of survival over hundreds of years, that spirit that we have to look after each other is still there, and it's expressed every year at Durham.
Rest in eternal peace, comrade. Hopefully we'll meet again at some point.
We carry his spirit with us as we march forward in unity.
We live in a world where peace is fragile, where democracy is tested, and inequality has reached staggering levels.
Not to mention the ongoing genocide. Something like 73,200 Palestinian people being killed, being murdered by the IDF in Gaza.
When rights are weakened anywhere, they're at risk everywhere.
Politicians are still more interested in spending money on weapons and foreign wars rather than investing in our people.
Solidarity does not stop at borders.
It's welfare, not warfare. Say it loud and say it proud.
We will defend peace. We will defend democracy. And we will fight for social justice.
We need to end our silence on the illegal wars.
I don't want to be part of a country that's complicit in a genocide. It's on everybody's television screen, day in, day out, 24 hours a day. Let's get it stopped. It's about showing solidarity with people from around the world. It's about sharing our values. condemn Israel's genocide against the Palestinian people. If you didn't like our values, don't come to the Gala. Solidarity!
We know things are still tough in places like Durham, still tough for the people who I represent in shops and in warehouses across the country, because people want change and they want it faster.
Every crisis that's caused by capitalism is expected to be paid for by workers.
It is always us, the working class, who've been the driving force behind social change.
If you fight, you'll always win. But if you don't fight, you'll always lose.
If there's public money, there must be public value.
When our class is combined, we become powerful, permanently changing this country for the better.
People don't feel like change is happening fast enough.
We're here to fight for the workers of today and the tomorrow.
Workers are not asking for the impossible. We're asking for fairness.
There's plenty of money in this country to look after people. If we can spend billions of pounds on weapons of mass destruction, we can afford to keep the living alive.
Working people will not stand still, will not be divided, will not settle for less than we deserve. Because, comrades, when we stand together, we don't just remember history, we make it. Solidarity.